Yo, what's up, thrill seekers? We got the Atomrc Killer Whale. Did the Maiden Flight yesterday. It wasn't too bad. I was pretty happy with it. It's pretty fast. We went to Buckner Park and it needs a lot more space. This thing's pretty fast and it's big. So I'm gonna take it to a bigger park that we have a lot more open space and we can stretch the legs on this thing. You're gonna need space for this one. This one isn't your little plane that you're gonna fly in a short space. This one is, you want to fly this in open space here. So I'm gonna break down the build and kind of show you how I went about it, and we'll go from there. So first things first, I put the lights on myself. These are LED lights I bought off of Amazon. I didn't put them on the wingtip because I didn't feel like wiring them all the way out to the wingtip, so I figured it was easy for me to put them behind the motors because the ESC is literally in here behind the motor, and I just powered the lights right off with the ESC power. So the ESC power these LED lights. These LEDs have a resistor built into them, so whatever power you're running, you should be fine. So I think that looks pretty sick. I did have the translucent blades on there, and they did light up when they would spin. The light would hit them and turn them that, green or red. But those were the 7042s. We want to try out the 8x5s and see if the 8x5s are better, or do we just want to stick with the 7042s? The 7042s were good. Launch was easy, speed was pretty fast. Obviously, we went with bi-blades. I don't see a point in using a tri-blade. I guess if you had this thing loaded up to the max, you would probably want the tri-blade, but considering how easy this thing took off, I can't see a reason for using the tri-blade on this. With the bi-blade, you're going to have more efficiency and a higher top speed. So that's all I'm going to go into about that. Let's go ahead and dig into the inside of here. Okay, so right now, because I'm not running the GoPro up front, it does require a bit of weight. So I have my 5200 3S. We're going to try to run this do a test flight on the 3S. And I also have a 4S 1500 literally acting as a weight. It's literally not in there for anything but a weight. But we want to fly it on 3S because I'm wondering if I can get this to fly on 3S, I could make like a 3S 4P with my lithium cells. I can make a lithium pack that's 3S 4P, and they're 18650s. And I noticed that with my 3S, I get a lot more efficiency than with my 4S. So I'm wondering if this low KV combined with these big props in 3S, will this be a nice little cruiser? I don't want this to be fast, so I don't too much care about the top end, but I definitely want it to be efficient and I want it to be able to fly good. So let's move along. So right here, this is the inside of the canopy here. You can see we have the fly sky right there. We have the Radiolink Byme-A as the gyro, and we have the power distribution board. I know my soldering ain't the best, but hey, I did this. I really wasn't going to use this board, but to me, makes a lot more sense, because if you don't use this board, you're going to be using a Y splitter for everything. So I went ahead and used the board. You can see the connectors going into the wings. I don't want to detach the wing, but all I have to do is unloosen those thumb screws and the wing will just pull right off. There's no wires, it's just one connector that connects everything. I spent probably most of the time on the wings, getting everything dialed in. I mean, obviously I went back and forth on the motors. I had the factory motors on here at first, but after listening to the reviewers, and they said it was plenty of power, I figured if that 1400 was plenty of power, why not step it down to the 1000 kV, back off on the power, and get more efficiency. So that was my train of thought. So I definitely want to test this out to see what kind of efficiency we're getting. But I think we're going to be pretty efficient on this. This thing's super floaty. Floaty meaning it's probably going to be efficient. Usually a floaty plane is super efficient because it doesn't take much to keep it in the air. And these wings, look how wide the wings are. I mean, here's my hand. I have a big hand, and yeah, I mean, maybe I'm trying to see what I can use as a reference. All right, I got something here. So this is a toilet paper roll. You know how the size of those are. This shows you it's about almost the size of 2 toilet paper rolls in length. I mean, it's pretty thick of a wing there. So I'm pretty happy with that. We got our servos in there for the rudders. I did have one servo go bad on me while I was getting everything together. My elevator servo went bad. It does a full 360. It doesn't have a stop. It just goes all the way around. So so I took that off, put a Metal Gear servo in, and for some reason I had to end up using a servo reverser, but that's only because I'm using this Byme-A. I couldn't really get it how I wanted, so I just put the reverser on there just so I could get my flight. I do have a Matek F405. I'm going to be soldering that up, getting it programmed, and we're definitely going to put that in here because with the flaps, I mean, this thing almost comes to a standstill when you put the full flaps out. So I want to definitely have this thing dialed in and get my FPV. I don't have the FPV on, but yeah, I do have the Fox Ear camera and the 1000 watt VTX. I do have those. I just haven't put it in. Yeah, I usually don't worry about FPV for the Maiden Flight anyways. So, but while we're here, I will give you guys a quick throttle. I'm only going to do a low throttle. Yeah, you see? Notice as soon as I start talking about that, ESC is talking back to me. So we'll go ahead. I'll show you the flaps here. I don't have them. I don't have the delay on there. I mean, it's just complete go. And here's the ailerons. And then we can do the rudders. Elevators. So that's pretty much that. We'll give you a little bit of throttle so you can hear the sound of it. So other than that, let's go ahead and get to the flight. Here we go. All right, we are out here with the KillerWhale. I just put it together, finished putting it together today. We got our 26, 27 motors, 1000 kV. We got 4S in there. We got an extra battery in there for weight. We got flaps, which we will probably do takeoff flaps. know if I want to use flaps or not, but I guess we'll try it. Yeah, we'll do it with flaps. All right, without further ado, let's get this up and let's go. It's really it's really twitchy, but we do have the flaps on. Let's put full flaps. We got full flaps on. Let's come in. All right, so we just did the Maiden Flight, and all I got is I put two batteries in here. Put a 1500 4S, and I put two 1500 4S's, but I've only got one connected, and it's still light. It's not heavy, so as windy as it is today, it's pretty floaty. I think with a little bit more weight to it, this thing can fly a lot better, but it is fast with the 1000 kV motors and the 7042 props. I think we're going to try the 8x5 props on another day. GoPro, stop recording.